And we're back. Just want to thank all y'all for um, checking out the pictures and everything for our trip to Dubai. And finally got this content edited from my little camera that I got. And it's a very dope camera. So this is us boarding the plane. Some lights on there. New lights. That's the business class section on the plane. Those people had their own like pod with their own television screens in front of them, own fans and whatnot. Um, but we were in the back, but we had our own two-seater on the plane going in, coming. Um, the plane going. I don't know if you can tell or not, but that's us sitting in the. We're actually in the middle of the plane where there's four seats, and since it wasn't a lot of people on the plane, they let us move around and kind of get comfortable in the middle sections as long as they were available. So I was able to stretch out in two seats and get rest. On the screens now, they're doing the announcements, doing the you know drop down with the mask and look under your seat and get the flotation devices. And you better believe I was listening with us going over this water. As you know me, I don't swim. So here is the distance. It was over around 8,000 miles uh, for the whole trip over there from Miami. Um, it was me and her and probably four others that was in our group. My two aunts, Britta and Brittany, and two ladies that I believe was from South Carolina on that particular plane heading over there. As you can see, this was a very long trip, but it was pretty cool to see it, in detail. But I slept most of the time, and watched some movies and played some games. Right here, it's breakfast, pancakes, fruit, and it's probably some yogurt. If I remember right, which I declined on that. Some kind of breakfast bowl. Pancakes were cool. They didn't have any syrup, but they had some kind of blueberry sauce or something that was pretty decent. But I need the syrup. For those who know me, I love pancakes. But yeah, so that was breakfast. The food was good every time they fed us. Felt like I was sleeping. They was waking us up all the time. So at this point, we've landed in Dubai, and we're the Emirates Vacations crew took us to our hotels. They picked us up. They were real nice people, especially when we had stragglers around the airport getting lost. They waited around and they were able to take us in luxury vehicles over to the our first hotel that we stayed at, which we stayed at two, in which you'll see both of them. As you can tell, Dubai is just different, just lit up, marketing everywhere for every product you can imagine. And it's just nice scenery, and this is actually, I don't know if y'all can tell, the guy's driving probably 80 or 90 miles an hour. One thing I learned from a couple drivers that we had over there is that they're able to drive 20 miles over the speed limit, and I actually seen a 100-mile-an-hour speed limit sign. So they drive pretty fast over there in the exotic. So but this is our hotel. This is one of the Marriotts that we stayed in, 5-star. It's probably my first time staying in a 5-star hotel. This is our bathroom. Look at that tub. It was just nice. I mean, all the way around, cozy, and they kept everything cleaned. They very was adamant about coming in and keeping our rooms clean. If I heard right from some of the other people, they wanted to come in twice a day to clean up the rooms and the showers and everything. There's a robe that I used, and I think we took a picture of this robe, but look at this shower, stand up. Yes, that's a waterfall at the top. So yeah, it's very, very nice. here's a toilet, and yes, for those that don't know what that is, that's a bidet. Uh, in which they come standard look like in a 5-star. So they were in both hotels. And that's me, don't pay me no mind. I was in White Teeth majority of the trip because it was so warm out that way. Yes, that's a phone. And just everything was nice. And just hadn't broken off my luggage. And there she is, photobombing the camera as usual. Was our bed, and it's a real nice hotel. And I'm gonna give y'all some quick scenery. And this is, like I said, we had just got there, so this just people out for the very first time and just getting an idea of the vibe that's going on out there. And I think that was the 65th floor or something. Like, I think the hotel was like 70. It's one of the biggest, tallest American hotels over there, or American hotel chains, if I ain't mistaken. But yeah, I mean, every time we went up the elevator, went down, our ears were popping. It was so high. So but yeah, it was nice. And the hotel gave me a birthday gift. I spent my birthday October 22nd in the airplane. So we had like 3 hours left by the time we landed. So they gave me that. They also gave me some kind of cake. Happy birthday. Just a little bodega or a little market that was across the street from the hotel. And all of these drinks were in cans. I don't know what their thing is about cans over there, but I've seen so many drinks that were canned up rather than plastic. So that was pretty interesting, in my opinion. But just want to show y'all that from the little bodega. And it was open 24/7 too. So fresh fruits, food, and all the drinks. This was the next day. We went to the Dubai Mall, which the Dubai Mall is probably one of the biggest malls on the planet. And that's one of the entrances we went in. And this was some kind of kids playground. So I don't even know what it is. We just walked down there and just was being nosy, really. And I thought it looked pretty cool from the designs and whatnot, and definitely a vibe. But like I was saying, this mall, in my mind, for those who know what Opera Mills is, it's probably Opera Mills with 3 levels on top of each other and kind of spread out, so it's pretty huge. I would assume that it's probably take maybe a good 2 or 3 days, if not 4 days, to entertain that whole mall. We entertained at least 3 days, and still was seeing new things on the 3rd day that we didn't see in the first. Look at that thing. I'm not sure what that is, but I just thought it was cool. Definitely colorful. And I think I made some more camera adjustments. Still learning this camera that I had on the fly, so but yeah, look at those things. Still don't know what they was called, but there was a lot of kids down there definitely entertaining all of that. This is the deck from the Apple Store. I lost my AirPods in Miami and had to go and figure out how to get some more or get them replaced. But yeah, that is a real look. And it was warm that day too, so I definitely didn't feel too much. It was cooking out there. Look at those buildings, the water, a lot of people standing around taking pictures and getting content like myself. So no, it was real nice. And it's, like I said, it's the back deck of the Apple Store, so I wish I had to turn around and show it, but who would imagine? Definitely don't have that type of vibe over here. I don't know what my fingers doing, but here is the the Bi-Mall. I think it was the Bi-Mall Zoo and Aquarium, all in one, which is inside the mall. Just to give you some context of how big it is. I think they had over 600-700 species of fishes in there, and sharks and everything. It was pretty amazing. Just to have something like that just sitting in the middle of the mall, and it was 2 levels to it as well, and a lot of fish I've never seen in my life. And it was pretty entertaining. I think you can kind of see all the stingrays in there, and that big old shark right there, a swordfish shark. But yeah, that my video footage does not do any of that justice. So you can kind of get just the idea. And I think here in a few we get in this boat and actually ride in the tank on the boat. See, there's a glass at the bottom of this boat. We can see actually down in the tank, and we rode in kind of like a circle, looking at the different fish. And there's also a tour guide that's right there kind of explaining to us the history of a lot of the fish in there, how they got the sharks in there. One lady asked a great question, was how do they handle the fish mating within there? And so he explained to us, and we actually did see on the second level of this where they put the shark eggs when they mate, and they have lay the eggs and they incubate them and everything like that. So but now he was real information about a lot of the animals that were in the water. So this little footage don't do any justice to what's going on in the water. There's a lot of fish swimming around. That little middle area was supposed to go back and feed some of the fish where the girl is standing in the middle, but I think we were tired after doing a lot of walking. Yeah, mile, man, feet was throbbing. But yeah, it was definitely different. Now this area here is where the penguins hang at. I don't know why I didn't get this on my handheld, but this is cell phone footage. The penguins were interesting. See them running around, and this alligator just sitting there watching everybody. That was pretty interesting. He was long too. And here we are, finally out to the desert, riding the 4-wheelers. It was real nice out there. Definitely not as hot as you would think it is, or we didn't think. There's a lot of just enjoying riding the different cars around or whatnot. Of course, that's me getting a face full of sand. So that night, we went to, I'm not even sure what you would call this place, but of course you could tell it was out there in the desert. It was probably about 20 minutes or so from where we were at, on the 4-wheelers. Now this is in one day, so needless to say, we was at this point kind of tired. I was honestly tired of the sand. I had so much sand in my clothes and my shoes from where I had sand surfed, and I was tired of looking at sand, and it was in my mouth and my teeth. That sand was so fine.
things.
And
It might be snakes.
but yeah, this whole place is a vibe right here.
Antelope.
And this is
Something
us in our group. It was probably
antelope.
about 6 or 7 of us in our group, but our
Not
driver,
antelope.
the driver had
Like
to stick with
something
us
like a deer,
all
but
day, and so I can only imagine
some things you see at night.
him doing it every day as a job, just driving 45 minutes out to the desert and spending all day and doing different tasks with us and whatnot. But he was real nice. Everybody was over there real nice. I don't think we met one person that had an attitude about serving and explaining and asking and answering a lot of different questions as well. So yeah, as you can tell, it's real nice out there. We're just walking along. As we're walking, you see there's horses out there, so they did a lot of different things out there in that desert. And look at that view. That's our host right there. I don't remember his name, but he was nice. And very patient. Because, man, walking around with a group of people from all over the world. I think a couple people might have been from Australia, and I can't remember the others, but that's him again. He's explaining us. So these ladies right here were cooking donuts in those bowls or whatnot, and those were good. Definitely, they were donut holes, basically. You can tell they was wrapped up. And then this guy right here gave us tea and coffee. Didn't entertain the coffee, but I did the tea. The tea was good. I'm not sure what it was, but it was something that they drink over there.
No tea.
But yeah, so just different experiences and being around a different culture and seeing how they operate. If you look at those rugs, on some of the rugs in that place, they wouldn't let you wear your shoes on them. So here's their bird, or their,
Calm down.
I don't know how to describe it, they're like our state, state bird. They have a country bird or whatever, or animal. So it's the hawk, and I'm not sure why they picked the hawk, but they do know a lot about them. So we actually got to hold them, and I think they might have flew them around, if I'm not mistaken. And here's our good camel friends, and look how they're just sitting there, just waiting. They're all tied to each other, just sitting there, but they have muzzles on, and they're just waiting for people to get on them and ride them, walk them around. The camel ride wasn't too long, which I'm glad, because I was kind of uncomfortable on mine for some reason. I don't know if the back of them was a little wider, but she loves animals, so you can tell, was rushing to get on one. And those things is tall too, so when you get up there and you stand up, boy. So this is us on the camels. And like I said, they're tied to the one in front, and they made some noises here and there, but they didn't. They were pretty calm. Like most horses I've gotten to ride. This is her phone footage of us on the camel ride, and I'm not nervous, but I'm not comfortable. To say the least, you look at my face, and I didn't even know she was filming, so I was just in the moment and enjoying all the scenery and make sure this camel don't take off with us on there. So these are the baby camels, and we got to feed them. Um, and yeah, that was pretty cool. They didn't make any noise at all, but they ate whatever that grass is or whatever we gave. And that's us taking a picture next to Kenwood Road. And this is pretty cool. This got some guys, some fire entertainers. I was sitting there thinking, like, how in the world do you get into something like that where you just like, man, I'm gonna put some fire at the end of this branch and spin this around and it becomes a profession. But no, it was pretty cool at the end of the day. This is we're going up in the second largest man-made building in the world. That was the elevator, and this is at the top of it. This is cell phone footage. I ain't sure what my handheld was, but this don't do nothing justice way up there where we was at. It'll just give you an idea of how high we was up. And it probably took us 45 minutes to an hour to even get up there, and it wasn't the best experience standing around, and it was hot and trying to get up to the elevator. But once you got up there, it was cool. So this is the next day. This is one of the mosques that we were able to entertain. There was a lot of our groups that we were with. Pretty much everybody's all wrapped up and got a little vibe going. We happen to be the younger people out of the group, and so that was fun, listening to them talk and babble on about different things. But it was solid, a real good time. Everybody was nice, everybody was cool, and definitely entertaining. So now we're walking into the mosque where they pray at, the little prayer area. I forgot what we called it. As you can see, it's a lot going on. All that on the ground is definitely marble. I forgot how much money they spent on that thing, but definitely millions and millions of dollars put into that. Those people definitely take their religion and beliefs real serious as far as their creating their vibe and what they got going on. But it was entertaining. Everybody there was nice. They was definitely tough on the dress code, and like one lady had her wrist out, and they actually went and bought her a whole nother piece just to cover her wrist. She was in our group, so we'll definitely not play about that. That's me doing a little filming here and there. I think that might be cell phone footage if I'm mistaken. That's me again in the prayer area, and that's us standing in there, one of the hallways. This was, so on the walls are roses, and everything in there is pretty much like handmade and designed by people. And every design in there has some kind of meaning to it. Like, none of that building was accidentally put together. It was put together on purpose, and every design imported from everywhere you can imagine. So like this video, I mean, it don't even do half of justice. Just me looking at it now to see the details and the meanings behind everything that you're looking at. And this chandelier right there, that is, I'll never forget that. I wish I could have, if there's some way to get closer to it, but man, it was detailed with stones and all kind of stuff in that chandelier. And this is us leaving the mosque. We was all tired and uh, tired of walking, probably hungry at this point. And now we're on our way to the palace. This is the old palace, believe it or not. On the street leading to the palace, I would say the street was probably 3 miles long. It was oh my gosh, I can't remember what they call them, but it was kind of like a village, I would guess, a fortress on both sides of the street with high walls, and the king and everybody on his staff lived on one side of the street, and everybody that on the staff lived on the opposite side of the street. And it was probably 3 miles long of the people that worked with the king and with the government and whatnot. So that was pretty interesting to see how they live. Couldn't really see much because the walls are so tall, but you can kind of peek through there, see how they living. There's like a lot of big chalets or something like that in there. And this is the palace we're getting ready to come into now. I think the thing about that palace, if you look on the right, that's it. I think the thing is about that palace is it's crazy that somebody actually lived in there. It's the old palace, and I couldn't even imagine when we walk in there, you'll kind of see how detailed and it is, and just amazing. Just amazing somebody think of something like that and it comes to life. That huge, and somebody lived in there. And I know people lived in that place because there's no urinals. So like you go to the mall and you have your urinals and everything is all toilets. So definitely somebody lived there. This is the entrance to the palace. And at this point, our group was spread out and tired. There's a few of them still around. It's my aunt. It's my oldest aunt, Rita, right there to the right, walking next to. And here we are inside the palace. All the gold you see is gold, 24K gold plated, believe it or not. Very wild. I think we was walking through here. I was still wrapped up. I had on shorts. I didn't bring too many pants. They didn't mind the men wearing pants, but not so much on the shorts. So I still had my white and black on. So I ended up taking off because I started seeing some of these folks and they were shorts on. So I was glad to get out of that thing. As you can see, this thing is wild. It's definitely. I think we were walking through. Like, can you imagine this? You living in there and just walking through that thing by yourself. It's random during the day. Walking up, looking at this.
Say,
Any gold you see in there is 24
we just got to the
karat
palace.
gold plated.
Huh?
Amazing.
Okay.
One thing, the one that people in the group were asking the tour guide about is
All this is gold plated.
expensive. This
What
and
it
that over
said.
here, like how y'all protect it.
I forgot what carrots.
So they don't have a military over there. So we as the U.S., we actually help protect them if they need it. Which is crazy because so much you know, it's a lot going on over there, and they have no protection basically. So from what I understood, the guy said that Trump has worked out some kind of protection detail for them in exchange for is what property over there. So go figure. So this area right here was pretty cool. This area was other countries exchanging gifts for certain things with the people over there, and so a lot of diplomatic stuff going on here, and very interesting the things that they would gift them or do for an exchange for different things. So you can see those are medals and coins. And at this point, I ain't gonna lie to you, me just looking at this, my feet were hurting. My feet felt like concrete at this point. But I wanted to get this content to show y'all. And I thought this was probably the coolest things, the swords over there that were gifted to them in exchange for different things. Daggers. So yeah, so that was the palace. Wasn't really much to it other than, you know, just standing out. And that's us coming out of the palace, and that's Abu Dhabi. So we're not in Dubai anymore. We're in Abu Dhabi, which is Abu Dhabi is that's the real moneymaker for Dubai, and it's nice there as well. It's not as many as you can tell. It's not huge, but so this is heading to the tail end of our trip. This is our second hotel, which is 5-star, another Marriott, and I like this hotel better. You know, it's not sitting 70 floors in the sky, but as you can tell, you know, he's helpful. He wanted to help me with my luggage, but my luggage was empty because they had already grabbed it. This is the lobby of it. And they had a lot of details for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Oh, pink polar bear. I think in one of the scenes they had a harp player sitting out there playing. They had multiple string players. Now I think about it, I got footage of one, and there's some of the pink detail. This hotel is plush. It probably couldn't have been nothing but a year or two old at that. So. And there's the gift table for breast cancer awareness. We actually had to sit out here in this lobby for about 5 hours the night before we left. We had to check out, and we lay there. Oh yeah, there she was. Very interesting. I wanted to ask her some questions, of course, for me being a musician, but he's definitely on his own and keeping everybody entertained. This is us going into the room. As you can tell, like I said, it's nice hotel, real nice. One night I came out looking for an ice machine, so I had some juice or whatever, and the guy seen me walking down the hall with the ice, and he said, "Oh, don't worry, I got it for you." Put out his phone. By the time I turn around or circle back into the room, the ice was sitting there waiting on me. So they were overly helpful. just like at the first one. And so we still kept it consistent. This is the room. Look at that, it's nice. Bathroom. Bathroom wasn't as big as the first hotel, but look at that. Tub. And yes, you guessed it, another bidet. And the shower was definitely nice too. And yes, you guessed it, another waterfall. And the shower with the robes and the slippers to match. And this hotel room had automated lighting. Actually, both of them did. Where if you look to the left of those lights, it was a keypad there where you can hit buttons to set the mood of the room and turn out the lights and turn on this and that. So that was pretty cool. And here's a balcony shot of it was actually a beach where we did entertain. This is the shot of outside. Look at that. Zoom in a little bit. But that don't do still just for me what I seen in my own eyes, but boy, did good with that camera. This hotel is called the Palm, or Marriott or something like that. But the water is shaped or the area is shaped in a palm tree. It's like the Vegas Palms. And this was our pizza place that was outside the hotel. And Obi cooked pizza, man, it's the best. Ain't nothing touching that. And here's shots from the outside. This Italian restaurant that we were in, sitting outside. Definitely a vibe out there. Y'all like, well, why y'all going to Dubai and eating pizza? Man, let me tell you, my food palette is very small, but that's the outside of the hotel. The back of it, as y'all can tell, definitely different. But yeah, we was looking for something quick. Plus, we had vouchers for the hotel, and we didn't want to leave and get back in that traffic. In those streets. So here we go, the next day. This is the beach that's attached to the hotel or resort that we were in. Can I say warm? It's warm. Look at her in that hat. Yeah, we sat there for probably maybe 45 minutes. I think I got in the water for a little bit to realize there was small fish flying around or swimming around our feet. But so, like I was saying, this area is called the Palms, and so this water and it's created as a palm tree in the base of the tree. And so I think from what I was told, the hotel is on the base of the tree, and the leaves and all that is the little areas out here to the right. And so people out there, you know, surfing, and we've seen people on the they were skydiving out there and everything. So at this point in the film, we are getting ready to get on the yacht, and somehow the address for the yacht pickup got twisted around, and we ended up on the wrong side of the pickup area. So that was a very long evening, of 15 or so people in the wrong location, and our original yacht ended up leaving us, which was crazy. But so out of 15 of us, only me and her made it back that night to catch the yacht to go out on the night. And so this is the picture of the yacht that we was on. It was worth it, even though we was tired. So we're basically floating around the Palm area, like I mentioned. It was real nice. Everybody on the boat seemed pretty cool, and the guy cooked this pasta, and they kept sending finger foods over. Live music, well, not live music, had a DJ on the third level. I wish I'd put that picture of the other deck on here, but let's just give you all an idea. Right here on this good old yacht out of Dubai, eating pasta, sipping on a little something. This is our last night. Yeah, it's the last night. So tomorrow we'll be catching our flight back to the U.S., back to Miami. Pasta's good. It's been a really enjoyable trip. I hope y'all enjoyed the video and all the content I tried to catch. So much going on, but it's been a good trip. Family and new friends, and all in between. So.